how to start social interactions like a social master, and how to master the art of group openings. Yeah, just imagine walking into a bar or a party and seeing a group of people that you would really like to connect with. And maybe there's someone that you like specifically, a lady that you are attracted to, or maybe there's just a fun group, a fun social group that radiates an amazing vibe, a radiant energy. Yeah, but instead of joining, you freeze. Yeah, that's what a lot of men recognize. Yeah, you freeze, your mind start racing with doubts, and you end up on the sidelines watching others have the times of their lives while you stand at the sidelines with your beer pressed against your chest. And that's how night after night goes by without you actually doing something. Yeah? Well, the reality is that there's a difference between being invisible and being the center of attention. And it's just a handful of very easy moves. And today I'm going to teach you how to start social interactions with groups like a true social master. Yeah, like for an example, my pickup mentor, Mystery, used to open it. For the people that don't know who Mystery is, read the book The Game, and you will, well, very quickly find out who Mystery is. And these techniques will help you, if you want to walk into any room and instantly start conversations, instantly start connections, that this is the training for you. Because in this training, you will discover how to approach and engage groups of people with confidence and with charisma. And we'll break down the 3-second rule to destroy your approach anxiety. I'm going to tell you how to use indirect openers that spark curiosity. I'm going to talk about the art of body rocking to project non-neediness. I'm going to talk about the importance of bringing the right energy and how to engage with the whole group so that you're instantly accepted by a social group. Yeah, and each step will be deeply explained with practical action steps so that you can use them right away. Yeah, so by the end of this training, you'll know exactly how to make a powerful first impression, no matter how intimidating the group looks. Now, for the guys that don't know who I am, my name is Rink, or outside of Holland, they call me Rick the Dutch guy, Rick Dutch. And I've studied and taught social dynamics and the psychology of romantic attraction for over 18 years now. And I've been teaching this stuff and mentoring guys on this specific part of life since 2009 internationally. And I've seen that what separates the average guy from a true social master. Yeah, like for an example, Mystery's group opening techniques that I also teach forward now have helped thousands of men to go from invisible to unforgettable. And I've seen these methods work in real life. And today I'm breaking them down for you step by step. Now, many men believe that approaching a group, a social group in a social setting, is only for the naturally confident or the born extroverts. But this is simply not true. Yeah, being social or social mastery is a skill. It's a skill set. It's not a personality trait. Even the most charismatic people that you see in social settings started out with nerves and with doubts. And the difference is that they learned the right techniques and they practiced them until they became second nature to them. So if you ever like thought, I'm just not that type of guy, like I once thought, realize that this is a story that you have been telling yourself, and it's time to rewrite that story. Now, another common belief is that you need the perfect line or the right moment to approach a social group. And this kind of perfectionism is actually your mind's way of keeping you stuck where you are. The truth is that the most powerful social moments happen when you act before you even have the chance to overthink it. Yeah, so for an example, in a bit we're going to talk about the 3-second rule. And the 3-second rule isn't about having the perfect words. It's about having the courage to move before your fears can manifest themselves. And you'll be amazed at how much more confident you'll feel when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and just start taking action. Now, a lot of guys also worry that groups, social groups, are intimidating and that they will reject them or that they will embarrass themselves in front of everyone. But here's the reality. Most social groups are very open to meeting new people, especially when approached with the right energy. And, so what feels like a huge risk in your mind is often just a small, forgettable moment for others. And the techniques in this training that I'm going to give you in a bit are designed to make you feel welcome and to make the group feel at ease so that you can stop fearing that rejection and actually start enjoying real social connections. Now, if you ever felt stuck on the sidelines, like I have in the past many times, watching others and watching other guys have fun and make the connections that you actually want, then this is your moment to break through. Yeah, imagine being the guy who can walk into any room, any social setting, and instantly light that room up with your natural charisma. Imagine being the guy who brings people together, and imagine being the guy that leaves a lasting impression. Yeah, this training that I'm going to give you right now is that exact blueprint that will help you transform into that guy. So get ready to drop your old beliefs. Yeah, make a lot of notes, write everything down. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave them in the comments and we'll get back to you. Yeah, make sure that you have full clarity. So let's dive in and make you the guy that everybody wants to talk to. So the first step is to understand the 3-second rule and to put it into action. The 3-second rule is one of the most important tools in any social dynamic. Yeah, the idea is quite simple. The idea is that the moment that you walk into a social setting, then within 3 seconds, you start speaking. You start talking to someone, either on your left side or your right side. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, anyone. Within 3 seconds, you start talking. Yeah, you make your move within 3 seconds. Then after you're done speaking to them, within 3 seconds, you start speaking to someone else. Yeah, so this rule is designed to bypass your internal resistance and to prevent your mind from sabotage you with overthinking and self-doubt. Because we all know this. Yeah, we walk into a social setting, and the longer we wait, the more reasons our brain will invent to keep us stuck where we're standing. So, acting within 3 seconds will help us from not overthinking. We stop overthinking and we start taking action. Now, there's another thing that abiding by the 3-second rule will do for you, because acting within 3 seconds projects confidence. It projects decisiveness. And people are naturally drawn to those who act without hesitation, because it signals, it communicates self-assurance, and it communicates social freedom. So when you move quickly, you don't give yourself time to build up anxiety or imagine negative outcomes. Instead, you ride the wave of your initial impulse. Yeah, you just do. And this is often the most authentic and attractive way of being yourself and presenting yourself. Now, there's another important thing. The 3-second rule will also help you to avoid being the creep. Yeah, and we all know those guys. They're lingering around, hovering around, and just staring around a little bit. They feel awkward because they don't know what to do, and they project awkward energy because of it. And then when people watch that and take that energy, and soak that energy in, they will start to feel awkward as well. Yeah, so understand that when you linger or hover around, not really doing anything, people will notice your hesitation and it will make them feel uncomfortable. But by approaching quickly and naturally, the moment you walk in, you start speaking left, you start speaking right, you come across as spontaneous and genuinely social rather than calculated or nervous. And this immediate action sets the tone for the entire evening. Yeah, it will help you to build up social momentum. Yeah, it makes you stand out of the crowd. So understand that finally that using the 3-second rule is a habit. Yeah, a habit that you have to get into. Yeah, the habit of taking action and start speaking within 3 seconds. And it's a habit that will build social confidence when you do it often enough. Yeah, it will not happen within one evening. It will not happen within a weekend. You have to continuously use the 3-second rule. You have to continuously get out of the house, get into a social setting, and start speaking to people. And the more you practice it, the less you will fear rejection, and the more you'll trust your instincts. Yeah, your social instincts. Because it's not about being perfect. It's not about having the perfect line. It's about being present, and it's about taking action before your fears can catch up. Now, what are some action steps that you can take? Well, first of all, even before you enter a social venue, as soon as you spot someone, like a group of 2, 3, 4, 5 people, take action, start speaking. Yeah, it will help you build up that social momentum. So then when you walk into a venue, when you walk into a party, a birthday party, a backyard party, a networking event, like a business networking event, it doesn't matter what it is. The moment you walk in, within 3 seconds, you take action and you start speaking. Yeah, and when you're done, you turn around, and within 3 seconds, you move towards a new group, and again, you start a social interaction. This is not about you trying to pick up on girls, or pick up girls. This is about you being social. Yeah? The second thing that you can do is practice this in low-stakes environments. Like, for an example, when you're outside, ask people for directions. Make small talk with the waiter when you order a coffee somewhere. Like you're going to have to build up that habit and remind yourself that hesitation is your enemy. Commit to acting before your mind can talk you out of it. All right? So that was the 3-second rule. The second thing that you're going to do, which is also a very important part of this training, is you're going to use indirect openers. Yeah, one of the biggest blockages of men and why they don't take action is because, and I keep hearing it, and I did it myself, I don't know what to say, right? That's like the number one reason why most men don't walk up to anyone and start social interactions. It's because they don't know what to say. Well, from now on, you're going to focus on using indirect openers. And indirect openers are like the secret weapon of every social artist. Yeah, so instead of walking up and announcing your intentions, like, this is what a lot of guys think that they have to do, because they think about picking up girls, that they have to go over and say something amazing or say something like, hey, I just saw you standing here, you look cute, and I wanted to meet you. Well, it is a way, and you can try and do that. I'd rather have you do that than do nothing at all. Yeah, but for most guys, for most men, this alone, the idea of walking up to a woman and telling her, I like you and I wanted to meet you, is already, it feels really uncomfortable. The second reason why I suggest you don't do it is because when you do it, she will automatically, you're basically, you're forcing her to watch you through a very, how do you say that in English? A qualifying lens, if that makes sense. Like you are literally making her qualify you right now. Okay, so you're speaking to me because you're sexually attracted to me, because you want to access to my body. Who are you then? And now she's going to either dismiss you right away if you don't look good enough, or she's going to start making you jump through hoops. Yeah, that's basically what we do. We have a whole training on hoop theory in our master course, which is a part of our year-long mentorship program, and in which we dive into all the communication concepts that people naturally use. But it's not a good place to be. Yeah, because you don't know the girl, you don't know who she is, you don't know if her boyfriend's around, you don't know anything. Yeah, so yes, it's a ballsy way of going about it, but it's not really a socially intelligent way. So again, instead of walking up and announcing your intentions, you start with a neutral, a fun, or an intriguing question that engages the whole group's curiosity. Yeah, so instead of you being the one trying to pick up on that one hot girl from the group, no, now you're a social person. And this approach lowers everyone's, the group's defenses, and it makes you seem like a social, interesting person rather than someone, a guy with a pickup agenda. And the beauty of using indirect openers is that they take the pressure off. They take away the pressure off of you and the pressure off of the group. Yeah, because you're not trying to impress anyone. You're not trying to win over anyone. You're simply starting a conversation that anyone can join. And this makes it easy for people to respond and for you to transition to deeper topics at some point once you've established rapport with the group. And for an example, let's talk about, I mentioned my mentor in the game earlier, mystery. From the book The Game, from the mystery method, from VH1's The Pickup Artist show. Yeah, and Mystery was famous for using openers like, hey guys, I need a quick opinion on something. Who do you think lies more, men or women? Yeah, or hey guys, me and my buddies, we can't settle this debate. Please help us settle this debate for us. Is it better to be loved or respected in a relationship? Right? By using opening lines like these, you just come across as someone that has something on his mind that is way more important than them, but it's still intriguing. Yeah, that's why it always works. If you want a near 100% chance of starting a social interaction, use intriguing questions like these. Use indirect openers that tickle people's curiosity. Because this also allows you to engage the entire group, yeah, not just one person. And this is crucial because usually groups, social groups, are very protective of their members. Yeah, this is our natural social behavior. So especially if you're interested in someone specific, yeah, in that one cute lady that's a part of a larger social group, address everyone. Because by addressing everyone in the group, you show respect. Yeah, you show respect for the group dynamic, and you make it more likely that you will be accepted by the group because you're not trying to pick up one of the members. You're there to just be social. Now, finally, indirect openers are, well, they're versatile, right? You can move around with them, and they can be tailored to any environment that you're in. So whether you are at a party or at a cafe, at a business networking event, a house party, there's always a way to find a context-appropriate question or a context-appropriate observation that you can use to break the ice. Now, the key is to deliver your opener with genuine curiosity and a relaxed and playful attitude. As if there's, it just came to mind. So what are some action steps that you can take from this specific part? Well, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to prepare a few go-to indirect openers that you can use in different social settings. For the people that are part of our mentorship program, we have folders filled with material that you can use. But for now, like for an example, yeah, like an observation that you can make. Hey, I'm just wondering, like you seem like a very interesting group, but you in particular, your shoes, they're amazing. What's the story behind those shoes? Yeah, so now I'm addressing the whole group and I'm showing them that I have a good eye for details, like those shoes that you're wearing. Or this one always works. Hey guys, me and my buddies here, we cannot settle this debate. Please help us settle it for us. Instagram. Is it okay to break up with your girlfriend through Instagram? And there you go. Or this one, and this one is a classic. Hey guys, quick question. Yeah, me and my buddies, we were talking about this. Is kissing cheating, yes or no? Yeah, like that question. It like tickles everyone's emotions. Yeah, because everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion about cheating. And then what I do is I come with a little story. Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because you have a boy and you have a girl, right? So when the boy or the man kisses another girl, is that cheating? Then everybody says yes. Then I go with the following. So when the girl or the woman kisses another man, Is that cheating? Everybody say, yeah, of course it is cheating. And then I go, but wait, what if the woman kisses another woman? Is that cheating? And here, usually, people are a little bit silent. They start thinking, and then different opinions come, and now you have a conversation. Yeah? That's how you do it. The second thing you're going to be very mindful of is that you practice delivering your opener with a smile. Yeah? Instead of with a resting bitch face that I have, because people always think that I'm angry, but this is just me being happy. This is my happy face. Yeah, so always deliver your opener with a smile. Why is that? Because when people see you with a smile, it makes you less threatening, especially in social context. Yeah, you don't have to walk around with a stupid fake white smile like I have. No, just a genuine open smile, open body language, and making eye contact with multiple people in the group, not just one. Yeah, because you're not asking one person, you're asking the group. The third thing that you're going to do is that after you delivered your opener, you're going to listen actively to the group's responses, and you're going to follow up with follow-up questions or playful comments to keep the conversation flowing. Yeah, so when people give their opinion, ask a follow-up question about whatever it is that they say. Yeah, this will help you to, well, you know, the weight of the conversation is not only on your shoulders. Yeah, you're not just there to talk. You want to get them invested in the conversation as well. Valuable so far, guys. I hope you're making lots of notes. Write all these things down, yeah? And make sure to ask the questions that you have at the end of the training. Step 3. I'm going to talk about body rocking and about open body language. We're going to dive in deeper now. Yeah, this is social dynamics. This is mastering social communication. Because body rocking is a subtle but powerful technique with which you signal or communicate confidence and non-neediness. And it involves gently rocking your body back and forth. Or as I like to say as well, every now and then leaning on your back foot. So the group is standing here and you shift your weight to your back foot away from the group as if you are about to leave at any moment. And this is what you do when you deliver your opener. Yeah, so while speaking, hey guys, quick question, my buddies here and we're just talking about something, blah, blah, blah. And it's as if you're moving away instead of communicating all of your energy towards the people that you're talking to. Yeah, this movement, the body rocking movement, communicates that you are not as desperate as the other people, you know, to stay and to steal their social energy, and that you have other things to do. Hey, I'm just passing by and I see you and I have this question and I'm asking you this question, but you know, I'm moving into that direction. So you don't have to be afraid that I'm trying to steal your attention or want anything from the group, because I'm moving away. Yeah, that's what my body is communicating. And this will make sure that you instantly are perceived as less threatening and less intrusive. Yeah, so their natural urge to take a step back is not triggered. Yeah, their natural urge to lift their social shield and keep you at arm's length is not triggered. Yeah, that's what you accomplish by body rocking. Yeah, and also open body language is equally important. Yeah, and what do I mean with open body language? If the group is standing here, you have to stand at a slight angle to the group rather than facing them head on. Yeah, because this feels confrontational. This feels more relaxed. Yeah, now the group, the social setting is still open. Yeah, this is important, especially when, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you've been through this at least a few times. Yeah, you're talking to some friends. Yeah, you're maybe standing at a bar. The bar is here. You're talking to a buddy of yours. You're in the middle of a conversation, and then from the outside, a guy trying to be social and trying to meet you, with the best intentions, he stands right in front of you and then starts talking. Hey guys, I'm Rick. Nice to meet you. So, do you come here very often? And he just starts talking, but you're in the middle of a conversation. How does that feel at that moment? Usually, especially because you don't know that guy yet, you're a bit like, yeah, you feel that negative trigger inside. And the question that you're most likely asking yourself is, who is this and how long is he going to stay here? And the third one, what does he want? What does he want from me? Now, you don't want to trigger those questions in the social group that you're talking to, which is why open body language and the body rocking is so important. Yeah, it feels less confrontational and it feels way more relaxed. So keep your posture upright but loose. Yeah, and use expressive gestures instead of standing like this, like a wooden board, stiff. It makes everything that you say come out or seem stiff. Yeah, we need the movements. We need expressive gestures. Yeah, and avoid crossing your arms or fidgeting nervously. And the first time that someone said that to me, that I was fidgeting, I was in Las Vegas, and I was training with the guys from the Venusian Arts, with Mystery and Love Drop, actually, the writer of the Mystery Method. And I remember him walking up to me, and he was, I was talking to one of my buddies, and he came up to me and he said, "Stop social wanking." Yeah, stop social wanking. I'm like, what do you mean social wanking? And then he looked down at me, or down at my glass, and I had a straw in my glass. And I had nervous energy that I was expressing outward in this manner. Because I had the straw and I was tapping it inside my glass. And it looks like a social wanking movement. Yeah. So he told me, "You're socially wanking. It exudes nervous energy. Stop doing that." Since that moment, I always grab whatever it is that's in my glass. It's either a straw or like a little spoon. I throw it out because I'm also an ADHD guy. So I always have that extra energy. So I have to relax myself. I have to be very mindful of fidgeting, making nervous, basically communicating nervous energy. Yeah, because these cues show that when you avoid doing those things, that you are comfortable, that you feel comfortable, and you will exude comfortable energy. And it, as if you're supposed to be there, you don't want anything, you're not nervous, you're not seeking approval. Yeah, and it also helps to manage your own nerves. Yeah, these physical movements, when you're making them calm and you're still talking expressively but openly, it will help you to keep your energy dynamic, and it prevents you from becoming too intense or from freezing up. Yeah, it's a constant way of reminding yourself and the group that you are in control of your own social experience. Yeah, I'm trying to show it to you a little bit. Yeah, you're just moving around. You're not overly invested in the group or in the outcome. Yeah, and this is very important. And finally, these non-verbal signals make it easier for the group to accept you because you don't come across as if you want something. Yeah? When you look like you could leave at any moment, people feel less pressure and they are more likely to welcome you in. Yeah? So you become the person who brings good energy without trying to suck energy out of the group. Yeah? Without demanding anything in return. And this is, if you want to master social settings, this is important. Body rocking and open gestures and relaxed gestures. So, as you approach, stand at a slight angle to the group, shift your weight from one foot to the other. Yeah, and don't keep dancing around, but in a very relaxed way. Yeah, every now and then just make sure to stand on your back foot. Use open gestures, make your hands visible, smile, make relaxed eye contact with different group members, and occasionally lean back. Yeah, or take a small step away as if you might leave. This to reinforce your non-needy vibe. Step 4. Bring the right energy. This is important. Well, everything is important, but this is like even more important. Energy is contagious. And the energy that you bring into a group will set the tone for the entire duration of the interaction. So if you approach with nervous energy or with low energy, hey guys, I just have a quick question to ask. Me and my friends, yeah, we're such an amazing friend group, but we have a very important question to ask. Ugh, you get the point, right? So if you approach the group with low energy or with nervousness, most likely the group will mirror that, and they will feel the awkward energy that you're projecting, and they will ignore you. But if you bring a playful, positive vibe, a slightly mischievous energy, yeah, you will be welcomed and you will be remembered. You will be remembered. And mystery, yeah, Eric von Markovic, he was a master, or still he is a master at reading the room and matching the group's vibe while adding his own spark. So if the group was relaxed, he'd be calm but upbeat. Yeah, if they were loud and energetic, he would match their enthusiasm and add a little bit more. Yeah, now the key is to be authentic. Yeah, don't force an energy that is not naturally for you, but do aim. Yeah, you have to aim to elevate the mood just a little bit. Yeah, so bringing the right energy also means being present. Yeah, and with present, I mean, you have to listen actively. Yeah, instead of trying to talk to the people here and seeing what's going on out there. Yeah, that does not work. You have to be present and you have to be engaged. So listen actively and respond with genuine interest. And use humor to keep things light. People are drawn to those who make them feel good. Yeah, positive energy. And if your energy can create that, great. Yeah, see it like this. Your energy is the fastest way to create a positive effect. So even if you don't have the things to say, your energy will still make them feel warm with you being present. Yeah? So you don't have to always have things, the best things to say. Make sure that your energy is where it should be. Yeah, and remember that your energy is your responsibility. Yeah, don't expect the group to entertain you or to make you feel comfortable. Yeah, instead, focus on what it is that you can contribute to the interaction. It's your responsibility to entertain them and make them feel comfortable. Yeah, because that's what you can focus on. That's what you can contribute to the social interaction that they have. And whether it's a funny story, whether it's a thoughtful question, or whether it's just a positive attitude. Yeah, but you have to add to the interaction, not just stand there and try to take. Yeah, so how can you accomplish a positive and great energy? Well, before starting the interaction, take a deep breath. Put a smile on your face and set an intention to bring positive, playful energy to the group. Yeah, instead of the serious energy. I always say, man, she doesn't take you seriously. The universe doesn't take you seriously. So please don't take yourself seriously. Be playful. People are out in social environments because they want to socialize and because they want to experience fun and alive energy. They want to load up their batteries. After a week filled of unexcitement, they are out to experience excitement. So use whatever it is that you can to elevate the mood. You have to add excitement. You have to add humor. Yeah, and use your voice, use facial expressions, use body language to express enthusiasm and engagement with the conversation instead of trying to act too cool for school. This kills the vibe. Yeah? Standing and closing yourself off a little bit, looking around, like as if nothing interests you because you're too cool for school. Yeah, you're talking to them, but then you're looking the other way. It doesn't work that way. Social dynamics does not work that way. Yeah, you have to bring the energy. You have to bring the expressions. You have to bring enthusiasm because that's what makes them feel warm with you being present in their social group. Step 5. I've mentioned this a couple of times already, but now we're going to dive into it a little bit more. Engage the whole group. Engaging the whole group. Engaging and not necessarily speaking to them, but engaging with everyone in the group is essential for being accepted and respected in any social setting. If you focus only on one person, especially someone that you are attracted to, yeah, because gentlemen, that's where our eyes are usually pulling us towards, yeah, to the one that we find attractive, you risk alienating the rest of the group and triggering their protective instincts. So that's when you get the alpha male of the group, trying to fuck around with you, or where you get the mother hen, yeah, we always say the masculine lesbian woman of the group that never gets the attention to stand in between you and guard her friends from another guy that's trying to, pick her up. And it's always that one woman who never gets the attention and that's most angry. Like, if you've been in social environments, you've been through this. And we don't want that. Yeah, we want everybody to feel welcoming, and we want everybody to Yeah, to feel included in the interaction. And by including everyone, you show that you are socially intelligent and you make it very easy for the group to welcome you. Yeah, so start by making eye contact with multiple people and addressing your comments to the group as a whole, not to just one person. Ask questions that invite different people to share their opinions and listen actively to their responses so that you can ask really good follow-up questions so that they can answer more and become more invested in the interaction. Yeah, so you have to listen very actively to all of their responses. And if someone tries to interrupt or test you, handle it playfully and keep the group dynamic positive. Yeah, never try to put one of the, sometimes there's one person that makes a snarky comment. Whenever that happens, stay playful and stay positive. Yeah, you don't want to make a snarky comeback at that snarky comment from that specific person, because that person is part of their group. The group will back up that person and they will turn against you. So don't do that. Yeah, and engaging the group also means being aware of the social hierarchy. This is very important, guys. Pay attention to who seems to be the leader of the group or the most influential person of the group, and make sure to include that person in the conversation. First of all, this shows respect for the group's structure, and it makes it more likely that you will be accepted by the rest if the person with the seemingly highest position in the social hierarchy accepts you. Yeah, it gives you social proof. You're basically being approved by the highest ranked person of that group, which means that the rest will be more likely to accept you as well. That's how social groups operate. And once you've established rapport with the group, you will find that the person that you're interested in becomes much more receptive to you. When the group likes you and accepts you, you gain instant social proof and become the most attractive person in the room. Yeah, so action steps. As you open the group, make eye contact with at least 3 different people and address your comments to everyone, not just one person. Make sure to ask open-ended questions that invite multiple people to participate. So at some point you could ask, you guys seem like a fun group. How do you guys all know each other? Which is a very important question to ask, because now you're learning more about every single one of them. Or, you guys seem like a very exciting group. You guys must have a lot of adventures. What's the craziest thing that happened to you guys tonight? For an example. Yeah, that's a question, a good question to ask to the whole group. And remind yourself, if someone tries to test you or challenge you, respond with humor and keep the focus on the group dynamic rather than getting defensive. Yeah? Do not get defensive, because when you get defensive, you basically lost the shit test. And it makes you seem as a less value guy. So, let's recap. To open social groups, like a true social arts master, use the 3-second rule. This to kill the hesitation. Start with an indirect opener to spark curiosity and to not communicate your true intentions, which is you want sexual access to that one girl. Use body rocking and an open body language to project confidence and non-neediness. Bring the right energy to elevate the mood and to engage the whole group to be instantly accepted by every one of these. Yeah, and each of these steps is deeply rooted in social psychology and proven in the field. Like proven a million times by me, my mentors, the guys that I used to work with. Yeah, and everyone that applies this. So practice them and you will become the guy that can walk into any room and be perceived as at least an interesting guy, and at most a very charming, charismatic, social man, which is a very good thing to aim for. Yeah, because then you can walk into any room and you can own any room. You have to understand that every time you hesitate, you miss a chance to connect, yeah, to be remembered, to be the guy who everybody wants to talk to. And there are men out there using these techniques right now, yeah, walking into rooms and owning them, just not you right now. Yeah, so how much longer will you let fear hold you back? I suggest that you go out tonight. You don't have to go out the entire evening, but go and have a drink somewhere and start applying these techniques. Start improving your communication skills, your social skills, and your understanding of social dynamics. It will help you. It will help you in other areas of life as well. Yeah, it will do that. Brother, if you found this training valuable and if you're ready to master group interactions, please check out our other videos, our other trainings, on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share this with a friend who needs to step up his social game. And we are actually building a community, an online community of men who take action and want to improve on different aspects. If you want to become a part of that newly launched community, make sure to send me a message with the word community. I will then contact you with the link, or I will tell you where you can find the link. Yeah, it's a free community. We hold weekly Q&A calls, live trainings, community calls where we can network with each other. People can ask their questions. Yeah, so we have conversations inside, and you're more than welcome to join. Send me that message. Send me that through an inbox message or underneath the video, and I will make sure to contact you. Yeah, you're more than welcome to join. And remember that confidence is not about being perfect. By far. Yeah, it's not about being perfect. It's about taking action. It's about bringing the right energy. And it's about making people feel good. And using these techniques, you will never be on the sidelines or even outside of the playing field again. Yeah, you will be an active player. So get out there and make your mark. Brother, with a lot of love, I will see you in the next training. Make sure to kill it. And I will start answering the questions in our men's community after this training. So guys, if you want to type your questions in the chat, I will be right with you. And I'm going to close off the other streams. Brother, with a lot of love. See you next time.